To answer this question, it's important to come back to what actually Tantra is. Yeah, and Tantra is an authentic spiritual path that leads to the union with our own consciousness and the universal consciousness. Yeah, to expand our awareness all the way to experiencing a state of complete union with all that exists. Basically, this is what Tantra aims at. Tantra uses all sorts of means, including lovemaking. And this is why we speak about continence, amorous erotic continence, because it's an important aspect of this process. And to come to a state of complete union with all that exists is impossible without love. This is what Tantra tells us. Love is the unifying factor. It's what brings us together. Yeah? And I'm sure you've had experiences. You do a one-night stand. You just do whatever you want to do for pleasure. Two bodies just connecting physically without any more chemistry. Yeah, it is basically impossible in that circumstance to reach a state of union. Yeah, because you don't aim at this. In the one-night stand, what we aim to do is to fulfill some desires for pleasure, some validation, some to hide some insecurities, and so on. Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, you can do this. It's no judgment. Of course, in Tantra, there's absolutely no judgment for anything. Yeah, but you cannot call that what you're doing is Tantra. That's why Tantra is not a one-night stand thing or one weekend thing. Yeah, the Tantra eroticism, learn everything in one weekend, that doesn't work, because you need love, and for love you need intimacy, and you need commitment, and you need sacrifice, and all of these other godly attributes basically to form a proper relationship that will give the basic for eros to appear. And here I have a question for you guys. I'm sure you've experienced both. Yeah, you've experienced making love to someone you love, and you've experienced having sex with someone you just met the day before. Yeah, and I'm 100% sure that the experience was completely different. And I'm curious, if you want to share, please write down in your comments below what was the difference between your one-night stand and your erotic or your loving, intimate experience before. Please write down. What about love at first sight? Tantra is not against love at first sight. It's a possibility. And it exists. Yeah, there's no doubt about this, that you can meet someone and immediately fall in love with that person. But love doesn't stop with that loving at first sight. Love is something that is continuously deepened, that is continuously worked through, and that you sacrifice for it. Yeah, and without that, it cannot be called love. And therefore, yes, love at first sight exists, but in order to enter into a relationship that is based on eros and on this erotic path that is authentic and that leads to high states of consciousness together, it cannot just be based on that love at first sight. It's not solid enough. Yeah? And one of our teachers often says that an erotic couple or a tantric couple, first of all, needs to be friends. Yeah? Because when the attraction is less, when the attraction doesn't spark as strongly as at the beginning, well, you need to have somewhere to rely on. And the friendship is a very good base in order to work through things and then rekindle the light or rekindle the flame of attraction again and again. Love is necessary in order to practice Tantra for all these reasons. It gives the ground base for the elevation of the consciousness of the two lovers, of the two practitioners. And without it, it can simply not be called Tantra.